Right now, police are searching for the man responsible for a deadly shooting in Westminster. This happened last night on 147th and Orchard Parkway near I-25. Police say they responded to the shooting around 8:30 last night and found a man dead in the home.
Preliminary information shows one male suspect taking off. We don't have a good suspect description, but this is still an ongoing investigation.
Right now, investigators are interviewing witnesses and family members. Police say that they believe this was an isolated incident and that there was no threat to the community at this time.
Today, a man accused in a deadly drunk driving accident in Denver is set to be arraigned. Police accused James Corpus of driving drunk in a crash that killed a person in a front yard back in April. This was at least his 5th DUI. Court records show the 56-year-old was previously convicted in 2021 for DUI and in 2011 for driving while impaired with 2 or more priors. His arraignment is set for 8:30 this morning in Denver.
A driver is under arrest this morning more than 3 months after a crash on the western slope that killed 3 people, including 2 CDOT workers. Colorado State Patrol says that the driver, 59-year-old Patrick Sneeden, was under the influence of drugs or alcohol when he drove off the right side of the road on Highway 6 near Grand Junction. In addition to the 3 counts of vehicular homicide while under the influence, the driver was also charged with multiple counts of violating the state's new move-over law, resulting in death.
Today, Denver's mayor will speak about an initiative he proposed about 6 months ago. The goal was to get every unsheltered veteran off the city streets by the year's end.
That's right. 9 News reporter Courtney Yoon joins us now live outside the city and county building this morning. Courtney, we are expecting an update on this plan from the mayor today.
Yes, that's right. Good morning, Jordan and Corey. Mayor Johnson announced his goal to end veteran homelessness by the end of this year back in June. At the time, Denver housing officials estimated there are around 52 homeless veterans living on the streets here. Now, later on this morning, we're expecting an update from the mayor on this goal over at VFW Post 1 in Denver. When he announced the initiative, Mayor Johnson said the city planned to help vets make the transition to permanent housing through federal programs and housing vouchers. This plan followed last year's initiative to get 1,000 people experiencing homelessness off city streets. Under that initiative, the mayor's office says 67 veterans were moved indoors to hotel shelters or micro-communities. Under the veteran-specific plan, the mayor's office hoped to become one of the largest U.S. cities to achieve functional zero for unsheltered veteran homelessness by the end of 2024. That means the number of unhoused veterans is lower than the average number of veterans exiting homelessness in a month.
Our first hope is to get them off of the ground and then onto the first rung of either transitional housing or congregate shelter. Once we've gotten everyone up to that rung, now we want to move everyone up into permanent housing of their own, which would be the next step. And this is about both first getting the entire veterans population to that safe, stable first rung, and then getting the rest of the entire unhoused population to that safe, stable first rung.
Mayor Johnson is expected to give an update on this plan later on today at 10:15. Live in Denver, Courtney Yoon, 9 News.
All right, Courtney, thank you.
This morning, we now know the names of the student and teacher who were shot and killed in a Madison, Wisconsin school shooting on Monday. 14-year-old Ruby Vergara and 42-year-old Aaron Michelle.
Yeah, we're also learning that the shooter brought 2 guns to the school and was in contact with the man in California whom authorities say was planning to attack a government building. According to the AP, the 20-year-old man told FBI agents that he had been messaging the shooter about attacking a government building with a gun and explosives. There are not any details about his interactions with Rupp now, except that the man was plotting a mass shooting with her. A California judge issued a restraining order Tuesday under California's red flag law, requiring the man to turn his guns and ammunition into police within 48 hours.
Happening today, the man accused of killing the United Healthcare CEO in New York City could end his extradition fight. Luigi Mangione is scheduled to appear in a Western Pennsylvania courtroom later today. Yesterday, his lawyer said Mangione would waive extradition, paving the way for him to be sent back to New York, where he's facing first-degree murder charges.
U.S. health officials confirmed the first known severe illness caused by bird flu. This comes as California declares a state of emergency over the viruses spread through dairy cows. A person in Louisiana is in critical condition after contracting the infection. Health officials say that the person had been in contact with dead and sick birds. Over 60 bird flu infections in people have been reported in the U.S. since March.
And weather-wise for today, the big story has been the wind. Boy, was it loud overnight with some, at times, 80 to 90 mile an hour wind gusts for us in the foothills. The good news is high wind warning just expired top of the hour. The worse the wind should be, that wind will continue to decrease as we head through the rest of the morning. So that is certainly some good news. But maybe traffic-wise, Erica, I'd be curious if Peak to Peak Highway, Highway 93, some of those really wind-prone spots, are they seeing any issues as a result of all this wind?
You know, it's very possible at this very moment not have anything major as far as any reports go on those areas. But of course, a good warning with any of those very windy roadways to be extremely careful. As far as what we're dealing with right now on our roads, it's been extremely quiet out here. If you're going to be traveling into the metro from the Fort Collins area, Greeley area on I-25 or Highway 85, not a whole lot to worry about out that way. And then your travel times on I-70 this morning are looking great. I-70 between I-25 and 225. 8-minute travel time on that eastbound side, westbound side about the same, a quick 9 minutes.
All right, Erica, thank you. It is now 6:09 on your Thursday morning, and RTD is making buses and trains free for New Year's Eve. There will also be extra rail cars so people are not waiting as long. They're doing this to make sure that people can ring in the new year responsibly. The free rides will start at 7 on New Year's Eve and end at 7 the next morning.
Just in time for winter break for all of the kiddos, Denver Zoo Conservation Alliance is offering kids free December. All children ages 15 and younger receive free daytime admission from now until New Year's Eve. I love this. They also have daily animal talks and demonstrations featuring Asian elephants, African penguins, tigers, and vampire bats. You can check out their website for all of the details.